Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl, Sincerely Chaos. So if it's your first time joining me, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome too. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for clicking my thumbnail. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for clicking the notification bell as well. We're going to take a look at a sent in request. It's by Giraldo, or is it Giraldo? Let me know in the comment section. It's a roast collection. So let's see.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks a lot. Ron White, isn't he drunk? Everybody give him a hand, seriously. It looks like Nick Nolte let himself go. How about a hand? Before I get to Foxworthy specifically, I want to talk about all the blue-collar guys. These guys are they're like rock stars. And by that I mean old and boring and loaded with syphilis. The tour grossed $15 million. $15 million. You know, this is at a time when your fans have so many other entertainment options. You know, they could have stayed home and burned a cross or their sisters or, you know what I mean? They had other choices, you know, but instead they got all gussied up in their best Who Farted t-shirts and they jumpstart the El Camino and they take the hard-earned money that they made on an extra shift working a Tilt-A-Whirl or robbing a liquor store and, you know, this is money they could have spent on abortions or crystal meth, and they come out, they make an extra effort to come out and see you guys. Now, speaking of abortions, good to see Larry the Cable Guy here. Jesus Christ, get her done. I saw Larry at the beach, because we hang out at the beach, me and Larry, and I saw... From behind, all you see are rolls of fat and clumps and patches of hair. Your back looks like Lisa Lampanelli's. Seriously. Good to see Bill Engvall here. Bill, he's a prolific bastard, man. He's got 7 comedy CDs out. Without Bill, Sears would have no comedy section. 7 CDs. Bill, did you ever think of just saying something unfunny without recording it? Now, my friends from Tough Crowd are here, of course, Colin Quinn, and I noticed recently Blue Collar TV took over Tough Crowd's time slot. And the network told Colin that viewers had a hard time understanding anything he said, and so they replaced him with Larry the Cable Guy. Now, my buddy Nick DiPaolo's here, and you know, a lot of people say Nick's just a big, dumb guinea. Anyway, on to our guest of honor. Mr. Jeff Foxworthy, folks. You know, Jeff has always been an original and an innovator. You know, back when everybody was doing corny observational comedy, Jeff came up with the idea of doing it in a southern accent. Very original. It's a good twist. You are to comedy what Wayne Brady is to black people. I've seen you dance. You ever watch that Blue Collar TV when he dances at the end? Holy remember how G.E. Smith, how spastic he looked on Saturday Night Live? You make him look like Baryshnikov on ecstasy. You look like a Special Olympics at the finish line. You've always stayed cutting edge, man. You really have. With that Keith Partridge haircut and that ferret growing on your lip. Jesus, that mustache should come with ass chaps and a nipple ring. What are you thinking? With your wardrobe and that gay walrus mustache, you look like one of the Village People on Casual Friday. You look like a guy Tonya Harding would in a 78 Nova. You put out 11 books, including a cookbook. You got greeting cards and slot machines. You're like the redneck Martha Stewart with a smaller. You are a billionaire. You're like Donald Trump without the funny TV show. Seriously, Jeff, though, you're a giant comedy star. You deserve your success, and look, you made enough money that you don't have to live in the South, but you choose to. So you're the real deal. Congratulations, man. Thank you, Tranny Bonaducci. God, you look like Ronald McDonald Lucille Ball's corpse, then pushed it down a flight of stairs. shit. What's with all the surgery, Kathy? Lord, you've been stitched up thousands of times, but you're still sad to look at. You're like the AIDS quilt. What a night! A couple of trolls, a fairy, and a giant all going after a sunken-eyed little monster who's obsessed with jewelry. It's like the Lord of the Rings. The great Carl Reiner's here. This is very exciting. Yes. Carl, you're a legend, and you're awesome in Ocean's 11. But seriously, why would you do a movie with Brad Pitt and George Clooney? You're ugly when they're not standing next to you. Brad Pitt and you, it was like Beauty and the Deceased. You are such a comedy icon that Joan named one of those shitty watches she sells on QVC after you. It's the Carl Reiner edition. It's got liver-spotted hands, and it's running out of time. Robin Quivers. Robin, you look like a syrup bottle. And I don't mean to sound crass, but you must have an enormous p***. You're like Aunt Vagina. Seriously. Mario Cantone is here. Mario, you are one tiny loudmouth fairy. You're the only guy who takes a stepladder into a glory hole. Your father must have been devastated when you came out of the cupboard. Brad Garrett from Everybody Loves Raymond, huh? Holy shit. You are a fucking monster, Brad. How'd you ever get your head so far up Ray Romano's ass with those bolts in your neck? And Whitney Cummings is here for some reason. I guess since Kathy and Joan have huge gay followings, we needed someone with no following. Whitney's a girl who obviously knows the answer to the question, hey, who do you have to blow to get on one of these roasts? And speaking of degrading yourself sexually to get ahead in show business, Tom Arnold is here. Tom. It is great you could take time out from being Roseanne's ex-husband to be here. Tom, you twitchy spaz. Joan actually named another one of her shitty watches after you, too. It's the Tom Arnold that never stops ticking and used to come in a giant hairy box. And finally we get to comedy legend and irritating Jewish lady. Gilbert Gottfried is here, everybody, huh? Gilbert! Holy shit, Gilbert, you look like you smell like pee. And Gilbert's famously cheap. I'm impressed you're here, Gilbert, because, when you do these things, you got to buy new clothes, you got to take a week off from work, but you showed up, you tightened your belt, and you came. You're like David Carradine. And, yeah, a sympathetic figure, if ever there was one. And now, it really is my honor to talk about comedy great Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers, everybody. This is exciting. Joan, you are one irritating Jew broad. The first time I heard your voice, my foreskin fell off. What have you done to your upper lip? Did you blow a beehive? Holy shit. The last time I saw something that inflated, it was floating over Yankee Stadium. You look like Steven Tyler f***ed a life raft. Seriously, you're not the only one here. All these rubber-faced monsters. What the f***? What goes into people's heads out here? Why? Did you really? Is that good? How much worse could your real face look than that clown mask you've had welded onto your head? You used to look your age. Now you don't even look your species. You once said you succeeded by saying what everyone else is thinking, and that's not true. It's not true. I never heard you say, holy shit, what the f*** did I do to my face? I look like a surprised catfish. Joan, you really are an absolutely incredible talent. You're absolutely hysterical. Every comic I know respects you. That's the God's honest truth. Everyone thinks you're hilarious. I think you're the best. And at your age, you're still relevant, still cool, and shit, you even got a boob job just a few years ago. You're every man's dream. And by that, I mean every man that dreams of titty fucking a crocodile. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Joe. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. Lisa Lampanelli, keep it going for that guy. Wasn't he funny? Seriously. Wasn't he hilarious? I love the pink camouflage, Lisa. You're like General Fatten. Holy shit, look at you, you fat. Who knew Lane Bryant's had an army? Lisa actually has a lot in common with that Octomom, that woman that gave birth to all those babies. She's never given birth, but she has had 80 fingers inside her at the same time. Look at this pack of slobs up here. Gary Busey's here, kind of. How about Gary? Yeah! Gary, I guess, flew in from Lobotomy Island. Jesus, Gary, you horse-faced lunatic. You look like Nick Nolte the Clydesdale. Your teeth look like a row of urinals. Look at yourself. Every time you talk, I want to piss in your mouth. And I don't, Warren, what the hell are you doing here? Holy shit, Warren was great on Dancing with the Stars. He came in second and then celebrated by dragging his partner to the top of the Empire State Building. It's great to see Toby Keith. Toby, I'm glad you could take time out from spitting on Mexicans to be here, Toby. Toby, you put the big in bigot. I loved your last song, Get Out of My Country, you camel jockey, wetback faggy Jew. And Marsha Brady's here, Maureen McCormick, huh? How about that? Holy shit. Marsha Brady. You wrote in your book that you used to trade sex for drugs. Holy shit. As a kid, I used to fantasize about having sex with you. Who knew all I needed was an 8-ball in a bus station bathroom? And speaking of bathroom stalls, where's that redneck fruit Jeff Foxworthy? There he is. Jeff, you look like Magnum P.I. with AIDS. My buddy Nick DiPaolo's here. Nick, look at you, you big hunched over guinea. You're like Fonzie with spina bifida. And Reno Collier, I don't know who or what that is. I don't know. I guess he's part of that next wave of lowbrow dipshits that'll make me want to kill myself. Or maybe he's just here so Lisa Lampanelli wouldn't be the only fat lesbian hack on stage. And now on to Larry, the cable guy. This is exciting, I gotta tell you. I've never roasted a fake character before. Maybe next year we could roast SpongeBob SquarePants. Larry's whole act is a sham, like the Bible or the Holocaust. Some people say Larry's only successful because he's pandering to the lowest common denominator and blatantly and non-ironically exploiting people's racist and homophobic tendencies. Don't listen to these people, Larry. They're just bitter and jealous and right. You inbred hillbilly. You've been inside more farm animals than Purina. You're like the Trojan army. You're big, patriotic, and you both came inside a giant horse. You gravy-sweating cousin. Larry his first cousin when he was 16, and his last one about an hour ago. You lost 50 pounds on Nutrisystem and another 10 when you shaved your back. How the are you so popular? Jesus Christ, this one finally broke my back. Your fans can't even afford cable. They're not coming because they think you're funny. They've never seen a cable guy. You could have come up with other characters your fans have never seen, like Larry the dentist, or Larry the librarian, or Larry the high school diploma. Thanks for letting me roast you, Larry. You make more money in a week than I'll make in my life, and that feels good, I gotta tell you. You say you've never done drugs, but watching your success has put me in rehab twice. So thanks for ripping my soul out, you hillbilly.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's brutal. Oh my God. When he said the Holocaust and the Bible didn't happen, oh my God. Oh my God. I was like, they're going to kill him. Oh my God, he's brutal. I've never watched him before. I don't know. Oh, my heart is racing. Oh, at one point he killed me with Joan Rivers and her saying alligator skin with firm titties. Oh, oh, he is terrible. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll be on to the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell. Let me know in the comment section what your favorite Greg Giraldo comedic skit is, so you can let me know in the comment section, and let me know which roast got you laughing the most.